Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Thoughts from Your Gal Pal podcast. My name is Clara. I'm the gal behind the thoughts, and I'm just really rolling with so much momentum. I've been doing so many interviews. I've been releasing weekly podcasts, and I actually have 3 interviews scheduled this week. This is the second one of them. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have like the anchor points of the week. I'm talking to different people. And if you have thoughts on something and you want to be a guest, let me know. I am looking for guests. I just really want to practice this and get better, and I'm interested in a lot of topics, so it doesn't really matter what you have thoughts on. If you have thoughts and you'd like to be a guest, LMK. Today, my guest is someone who I've known her entire existence on this planet. She actually has a 2-year-old daughter. I don't know if you guys knew that. She has a 2-year-old daughter, or 3, that she birthed from her own self. So in me trying to ramp up this podcast booking process, I have created a Calendly automation. Shout out to the Atlanta-based company Calendly. And before you book a time with me, if you choose to be a guest, you get to do this. I ask a few questions, and I'm like, oh, are you comfortable with me sharing your video on Instagram, on my personal Instagram? Do you have any subjects that you don't want to talk about? And this guest said, the Vietnam War. I get too emotional, and mom and dad's sex life. In regards to the things that she loves about herself, did you say your tits? Yes. Okay. And you can get things done. So.
And I'm passionate about things.
And her passion cannot be denied. So welcome to the podcast, Maggie Vannatta. Whatever happened with your maiden name? I don't even know this.
It's my middle name now. Fuck Mary.
Fuck, Mary, kill.
Was very unattached to it.
That's what you're saying?
No. Fuck Margaret Mary, the most Catholic name.
What do you have against the Catholics? What do you have against the popes?
It's just not my vibe. I'm very unattached from Mary. So I am Margaret Jennings Vannatta.
No, actually,
AKA Maggie.
You're Margaret, in quotations, Maggie Jennings Vannatta, according to that link. Did you put that in yourself, or is that your, how Google Chrome autofills your thing?
Yeah, I absolutely typed that in just to be annoying.
Okay, well, it worked.
Along with the comment about mom and dad's sex life. Which I really hope did not come up for a third time.
Mom was like, I was like, Mom, have you listened to any of my episodes? And she's like, I don't know yet. Can I do that on Spotify? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the point. Also, God, some of the things I don't know what I would interview her on, if anything. I'm sure she would take it very seriously.
She would take it very seriously, but you'd schedule a time and she'd text you 3 minutes before and say, well, I'm having some issues with my computer. Could you help me?
I just can't figure out how to get my AirPod connected. Maggie, give us the 1-minute flyover of your life. What do you do for fun? What do your days look like? All of that stuff.
Okay. So I live in Atlanta. I live in Reynoldstown specifically with my husband and my daughter, who is 3.5 years old. Auntie, you should know that. I am a very project-based person, so catch me, rearranging the furniture in my house, scouring Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp for backyard supplies and redoing my backyard, or scanning my entire family's, childhood photos. So that's what I enjoy doing, and yeah, that's about it.
So you've really spearheaded a lot of projects for our family, but I know Taylor's your husband and you've been married for more than 6 months now, but what have you done for the Vannatta clan? Anything?
I have an entire box of their photos that need to be scanned that's been on my to-do list that you will probably see later for since before our wedding. I think it was supposed to be a Mother's Day gift to Janice in 2021. It hasn't happened yet, but also that's okay.
This isn't on the question, so sorry, I'm going to throw you off here, but would you say that you and Taylor are Chip and Joanna Gaines? Do you have that same type of dynamic, or how is it different?
I think Um, Taylor is less goofy than Tip Gaze, and I am much crueler than
You're
Joanna Gaze.
crueler? Yeah, I could say
Uh,
that.
yeah. Um, no, I think we aspire to be that, but on a much smaller scale.
Do you like shabby chic?
What is that like a
That's like
style?
Joanna Gaines, like Texas Waco style. Like she does all the interior design in like like a hearth and home.
I'm into pieces of it all around. Like if you just dove into that, that's a little bit much for me. But I do like elements of it. I like the shiplap kind of thing, but I'm not like too farm homesteady. That's just not me.
Okay, fair. Well, we could probably talk about furnishings and rattan versus
Yeah.
IKEA furniture and you and Taylor's furniture making endeavors. But today we're going to talk about cleaning, which I know you're really into, specifically the FlyLady Cleaning Method. Um, so why don't you walk us through like why having your house clean is important and how you discovered this method and why you're using it maybe like you're using it now versus how you used to clean in your house.
Okay. So I would say that cleaning and having a clean house has always been a priority, a house, apartment, space. Um, it's always been that way and probably I got a little more OCD about it after graduating from college. I think I maybe came across the FlyLady cleaning method because I would find myself, working all week, kind of just like watching TV, doing whatever during the weeknights. And every single weekend, I felt like, okay, I can't make any plans for Sunday because I've got to clean the house. I've got to clean the whole place on Sunday, and I got to go grocery shopping, and I've got to meal prep, and I have to get everything done. So like the possibility of having a social engagement, it's just not there. So I found the FlyLady cleaning method, and huge disclaimer, everything I know about the FlyLady cleaning method up until 30 minutes ago has been through a TikToker named Rosa Picosa. She is
Her name's
a
Rosa
28 year
Picosa.
old.
Rosa
Yeah,
Picosa.
she is beautiful. She's 28 years old. She has two kids. She's a stay-at-home mom. I think her husband is in the military and also like in grad school or something right now. But her TikTok bio is the home engineer, and I've learned and implemented pieces of the FlyLady method basically solely from her. And since like a little bit of controversy and I don't know the full story, she is like broken away from doing like any hashtag FlyLady cleaning method. And I think that's because there's a little bit of like misogyny, you know, typical like housewife language, serve your husband stuff. And Rosa is like, that I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want people to make assumptions about me because that's what FlyLady says to do. But in preparation for this interview, I stumbled across the FlyLady website, and we can talk about that a little bit.
Okay. So when you said controversy, I thought it was gonna be like she is gonna like be a home edit moment and like go off and do her own thing, like FlyLady affiliate, but she's gonna like brand her own thing. How big is Rose? I can't believe her name's Rosa Picosa. How big is her following?
She has 570,000 followers and 14.8 million likes on TikTok. And I also just discovered you can look at TikTok on a desktop, which is scary.
It's like way too big.
Because I am a recent adapter of a time limit on my app.
Adapter or an adopter?
Adopter.
Are you an HDMI adapter?
But no, I had to put a time limit on my TikTok app because I have no self-control.
Okay. So you were like, Sundays are scary because I have to do all this cleaning, meal prep, grocery shopping, all the things. So what about the FlyLady? Okay, first of all, the FlyLady, like all I can think about is Lord of the Flies, or all I can think about is Tinkerbell.
Okay.
Like what is the origin of the name? Because I still don't quite get this.
Okay, so we got to go a few steps back. So this is just, if you have a few minutes and you want to click through a truly 2005 style website, I would suggest you go to FlyLady.net.
.net?
In their frequently asked questions, they have how to make FlyLady.net your homepage, and they have explicit instructions for each type of browser. If you have Firefox, this is what you do. If you have Internet Explorer 5 for Windows, this is what you do. It's a great website. So on the FAQs, there is the question, why are you called FlyLady? When Marla found the she'sintouch.com, which is a website or maybe both written by Peggy and Pam. They wrote a book in 1977 that describes a system of like colored index cards to gain control over the housework. They found out, Peggy and Pam, I suppose, they found out Marla loved to fly. And she taught it at a local college, so they came up with the username Flyfish. So they came up with the name FlyLady for Marla
because she liked to fly fish.
Yeah,
but then they haven't made it like the FlyLady, like she's out in a river runs through it with waders. She's literally a bumblebee.
She is. I gotta share my screen. Looks like she's wearing like a cheerleading outfit, but has some wings. Like, this is the FlyLady, but again, yeah, y'all gotta click through this website. It's good shit. Also, check out this iOS app that looks like, it's running on iOS 4, maybe.
1.1.
Yeah, I did look, and apparently there was an update like May 21st of 2021, but I don't know. I have not downloaded the FlyLady app.
Okay, so you were, I just want to back up. So I know you were like, let's back up, but let's really back up. So you were annoyed by the fact that your Sundays were occupied by cleaning, and you were like, I want to wait. So like, what about the FlyLady method made you feel like, oh, this is something that I want to implement, and it's better than the way that I've been doing things?
Okay, yes. So did not connect those dots. Essentially, and again, this is my interpretation of the FlyLady method, there's like more in here about like, wake up every day and get fully dressed. Like, don't answer a phone call until you're dressed head to toe. You're more professional. You feel better about yourself. Yeah.
So isn't there something about like scrubbing your sink or some shit like that?
Yeah. Okay, I will get to that. So essentially, the FlyLady breaks your house into 5 different zones. I live in an 1,100 square foot house with 2 people and 1 dog. So
1 daughter.
I have just split my house. That's true. I have split my house into 4 zones, and roughly 1 week every month, you are in a certain zone of your house. So on Saturday, you're not running around cleaning the bathroom and vacuuming and, I don't know, like dusting and like deep cleaning every area. But once a month, you get to the big stuff. What Clara was mentioning before about like the swish and swipe, some people hear the FlyLady method and they're like, oh, if my bathroom is a zone, that's disgusting. If I only clean my bathroom once a month, like crap just builds up. The swish and swipe is a daily thing, and I'll touch on that, where essentially Rosa uses like a diluted Fabuloso and water just in a spray bottle, and spray down your sink and spray down your toilet. And if you just like spray a little bit of product in your toilet every day and give it a little swipe, if it's got, like hard water buildup on it, your toilet will like not get disgusting. You're cleaning a little bit every day and you're wiping off your sink every day. And then I don't know, like you can deep clean your shower once a month. Maybe that's gross.
So there's a couple things. So you separated your house into 5 zones. You focus on a zone once a week. In addition to the swish and swipe, which I'm assuming are like high touch areas, to use a home edit term. So like sink, bathroom, toilet, and you only have 1 bathroom in your house, and then kitchen sink, I'm assuming like that's a high touch area. So am I getting that right? Do I have the basics correct?
Yeah. That's the basics. So I guess we can think of it in like more tiered systems. So essentially the idea of a zone is for 1 week a month, you're doing all your deep cleaning, all your like projects just in that area, and you're kind of ignoring the rest of the house except on the weekly home blessing or any type of daily things. Once a week, um, there is I do the weekly home blessing, which I'm sure the Fly Lady has something a little bit more structured with it. Actually, no, I thought this was hilarious. Oh, my screen is still being shared. Um, essentially, it says no detailed cleaning required. Vacuum the middle floors only. I have a shedding dog,
Wait,
so
so
I vacuum
is this
my
daily or
entire
home
house.
blessing?
This is weekly home blessing.
Okay,
Sorry.
weekly home
Should I
blessing.
work daily and then go
What
down?
does she suggest? And then what do you do on the weekly home blessing, and what day do you do it?
I do it on Wednesdays, which is today. Typically, I work from home Wednesdays and Fridays, and this involves some. I again, Fly Lady is like, you should do a load of laundry every day. Fly Lady also's main target audience is like a bigger family, including children. I don't generate enough laundry to justify doing a load every day. So on Wednesdays, I wash my sheets, I wash my towels, and I chose to do it on Wednesdays because I work from home, so I can keep the laundry rotating. I vacuum the whole house. I don't really dust my whole house. I only really dust in whenever I'm in that zone. So I'm going through her list right here. I mop every week. Sometimes if I'm like trying to do a social thing, I'll mop every other week. Polish doors and mirrors. So that's like kind of hitting the high touch areas, go around with a Clorox wipe and hit all my doorknobs, hit all the windows where my dog looks out and slobbers everywhere. Purge magazines. Could you imagine, like, this is just dating itself, purging your magazines on a weekly basis? Like, that is like an annual project I would do.
Do you get any magazine subscriptions? Because I low-key love them and I want to ask for them for Christmas. Like, I know that they're wasteful, but like something about sitting down with like a Yankee magazine just makes me feel like I'm in Aunt Peggy's, and I love it.
Yeah, I don't. I think Taylor gets something political. Like Aunt Martha subscribed him to it for his birthday.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was also lost at our last apartment. So no, I currently don't get any magazines.
So okay, purge the magazines. What's after that?
Change the sheet. So I probably do it every other week. But that's another beauty of just like the weekly home blessing is it's going to come again next week. So if I am trying to do something social that night, or if I'm out of town, or if it doesn't get done, it's just a reminder to check, like, is that gross? And like, to be honest, I did not wash my sheets today because I washed them last week and they are kind of fine. I know. So that is the weekly home blessing. And then there are, I do this one pretty much how it's laid out here. Some other things I've added to the list just to, again, remind myself is like,
check in. So this is the weekly home blessing
need
still.
To be cut, terminate her, and brush her teeth.
So you categorize Jessie's care in there as well. So clipping her nails, furminating, which is like brushing her, and
as a reminder.
What was the other thing?
Let me pull up my list. Oh wait,
okay, yeah.
I don't
do a slow reveal.
I can.
Okay, so back
I kind of did some of this yesterday.
So walk us through. Well, first of all, we didn't catch this. You said you have separated your house into 5 zones. What are the zones?
Okay, perfect. So this is my like whole to-do list. Also, these are shows to kill, and a hilarious picture of Taylor where he looks naked in the college apartment Claire and I shared. How many years ago was that? Like 5. Anyway, the zones: kitchen / mudroom. So again, live in a really small house. Kitchen and the little walkway that connects the kitchen to the backyard. The zone 2 is dining room, laundry, and pantry. So I don't really have a laundry room. I have a little closet off of our dining room. So that's the area for zone 2. Zone 3 is the bathroom. And zone 4 is everything else. So it's like definitely the largest. It's probably like half of my house. But again, we're talking 1,100 square feet. And it's like just lots of dusting and lots of vacuuming.
That's all one zone.
Yeah. So really, that's all one zone. But if you think about it, like the kitchen and the bathroom, I need more like hard cleaning products because there's like food and like bathroom stuff. And I really just am
When you
vacuuming
said
and dusting
bathroom
in the
stuff,
other
I just
areas.
wanted you to say shit. Shit everywhere.
I mean, no,
Do you include any outdoor areas and zones? Because you have both a front porch, a front yard, and a backyard, and a back living area. No.
I have not included any outside area in my zone. I've talked about adding that. I think one of the reasons I did not is I implemented this in the winter when there was not as much upkeep. Um, but I also find doing outside chores to be a little bit therapeutic. So I don't mind pushing those off until the weekend or kind of adding
Okay,
that
so
in.
what are the
Um,
daily tasks that you do, and when do
among
you do
these.
them? Morning, evening, middle of the day?
Okay. So I have I've got my Google Keep up here, which if you don't use Google Keep, you're missing out. Basically, think stickies if you're a Mac user, but web-based, has an app. It's great. So all of these are shared with my husband, Taylor. You can see his little face everywhere. So on the dailies, make bed, unload dishwasher, refill ice tray. We do not have an ice maker. It is the bane of my existence. If anyone would like to donate money to me to get the GE Nugget ice maker, it's $500,
Wait,
and I will
why
absolutely be
would,
buying
first of
it.
all, back up. I thought you
And
had
check
an
us.
ice maker. I thought Taylor found a water line this weekend.
He found a water line, but we would have to go, and we could just put an ice maker into the freezer, and that we could probably get our landlord to pay for it because it will stay there. Or we could get this $500 GE countertop ice maker that is connected via water line, like smart home enabled. You could say like, "Hey Google, start the ice maker," and I could make beautiful espresso iced coffees using Nugget ice.
Wait,
This
I'm
is
just
the
like,
good
where
shit.
would you put it? You're limited on the counter
And
space
GE knows
anyway.
this.
Like, why do you need another tabletop appliance?
Because every single day I go
Creak.
and dump it into my ice tray. I'm so sick of
You know
it.
how much I miss? First
Yeah.
of all, how many times do you
Oh.
think we changed the water filter in our fridge growing up? Like maybe twice in the 18.
Never. It never
It was
happened. Are
basically
you
tap
kidding
water
me?
that we were drinking, but it was like cold, I guess.
Oh, definitely. It was cold. Yeah, I couldn't tell the difference. But yeah, I'm sure
Really
that never
exposing
happened.
our parents here.
But yes, we are absolutely. You're. Apparently, mom doesn't know how to watch these, so she won't see it anyway. Okay, then PM, walk Jesse, start a load of laundry. Again, this is like if necessary.
Walking Jesse, not necessary every time.
Vacuum the couch and the chair. Walking Jessie is absolutely necessary. She will go ballistic if we do not walk her. Vacuum the couch and chair. Again, I live with a very
couch.
shedding dog. Vacuum the couch every day. Yeah, and the alternative is Jessie not being on the couch. So I will vacuum my couch every day. I also have the cordless Dyson, which was another impulse purchase, like this Nugget ice maker
so
is about to be.
You're just like disproving people wanting to contribute
Pick up
to
and
your
put
cause.
away.
Like nobody needs to donate to you.
No, absolutely nobody needs to donate to me, but I do have a birthday coming up soon, Claire. So if y'all can't think of anything to get me, keep it on the list. Pick up and put away everything that's really just like, oh, we get a package, or I don't know. Put stuff away. Twist the toilet and bathroom counter. What I was talking about earlier. If you do this every day,
get gross.
Does not build up and get gross. Maggie Constitution debrief. I am on a little bit of a diet and exercise plan. So Taylor and I talk about that every night. Keep me accountable. I don't
Maggie
know.
Constitution?
Taylor is the one who put that in. I don't know what the Constitution is. Not reading the Constitution. This is Taylor's language. You'll have to take it up with him. Pick up sticks for 5 minutes. I live in a very wooded backyard, and there are sticks everywhere, and it just looks better. So sometimes go in the backyard, set a timer, pick up some sticks, pull some weeds. That's kind of evolved into pull some weeds. in the summertime.
This is a daily activity. This is just Claire, so much.
How? Hey, it's really all of these dailies, Taylor, they could be done in 10 minutes. Easy. I mean, with the two of us working together, it's doable. You get it into your routine. I'm sure it took me longer when we started this. And again, I don't necessarily do this all the time. Sometimes I'll look out and I'm like, oh yeah, I blew off the porch yesterday after I fermented Jessie. It's probably fine. Wash dishes, start dishwasher, refill the ice tray twice a day. You see the need for this ice maker, and reset the coffee maker because we have an automatic one that starts brewing at 6:30. So those are the dailies. That is every single day. And to be honest, again, this is a suggestion. There are some nights where Taylor and I like go do something fun, and
so you're
I'm
saying
like,
this
I don't
isn't
feel like
fun.
doing any of these dailies. Let's just go fix the coffee maker. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we go do something fun and we get home and we're like, I'm beat. I just want to go to bed. I don't want to do anything. That's fine. You'll get an opportunity to do all this
tomorrow will come. So what were you going to say?
That's kind of the beauty of it.
I feel like you were wanting to ask a question.
No, I was saying, do you see what I mean with the refilling the ice tray? Why I need this.
Okay, we get it. So
Nugget ice maker. I did not plan bringing up this topic.
Let's move on. So this is how you implement it into your daily routine. A couple of things. One, what did Taylor say when you got him down this rabbit hole? Like, did you give him a presentation? Like, remember when we had to get big purchase gifts and we had to give a presentation for why we deserved the gift? Remember this? Like, what were his initial thoughts?
I do. I think, just personally with Taylor and I, Taylor is the greatest person ever. I love him to death. I'm the luckiest woman in the world. That being said, I am psycho, and Taylor knows it. He loves me for it. But I would get frustrated because I would just look around and kind of see things like, oh, let me check on that. That probably needs to be done. And I had a little bit of this list in my head. And I would be like, Taylor, why aren't you helping with this? And he's like, I don't think about it. Great. Now you have like a list to just go through and make yourself think about it. So he's very on board with all of my lists. He's also a little bit used to it by now. I understand this is a little bit weird if someone lives their life like this, but it's an acquired thing. So getting into the weekly home blessing, which we do on Wednesday. So we're in week 1 right now, and Taylor and I did a lot of this stuff yesterday. I forget why. I think I thought I had something. Oh, I have to do this podcast this evening, so it's cutting into a little bit of my chore time. So I have a few of these checked off. I'm just going to uncheck everything for the purpose of this. So again, part of this goal was to limit the amount of time I spent on chores or doing like household things over the weekend. So I have a very short list for the weekend. Make a menu. That could be a whole nother freaking podcast because I love my menus and my shopping list. Make a menu, go to the grocery store, clean out the fridge, and this is kind of random. I have a few things in weekends like watering the plants because we take them all out to the porch and hose them down, and wash the car. So I think we do that like once a month. So that's all been done because we're now on Wednesday.
So is the weekly home blessing, does that stay the same from week 1 to week 2 to week 3? Or is it like zone? Like when do the zones come in?
I'll tell you when the zones come in. So typically, I have those 4 things that I do over the weekend. The weekly home blessing is typically like do the laundry, like wash your bath towels, wash your sheets, vacuum, mop, Jessie things. But in the kitchen one, I also added like wash the pot holders. And like I only do that once a month, but like go wash the pot holders and wash. I thought I had like wash kitchen rugs on here. Yeah, wash the kitchen rugs because like we're in the kitchen zone. So go ahead and do some of those like deeper cleaning laundry things. So last week when we were in the office and living room zones, it was like wash Jessie's bed covers. So I ended up doing that yesterday because it didn't get done last week. And again, sometimes if you like look down and you're like, oh, the pot holders like don't have any food on them, okay, skip it, but you'll be reminded to do it next time. So you can see the list for the weekly home blessing. Again, some Jessie stuff. I fermented her yesterday. I washed the rugs yesterday. I'm not going to wash my bedding this week. I did that. Emptying the small trash cans, like our bathroom trash can. Again, much smaller house. This is a bigger task in any larger scale house. But taking those out to the big kitchen trash can or just taking them out to the trash. Scrubbing down the kitchen sink. I only do that weekly. I don't know. Taylor's like, I feel like this like bartender's friend cleaner is like ruining our sink. So I've started to do that less. I've not vacuumed or mopped. I did do the doors and the doorknobs and brush Jessie's teeth and wash the towels. So this is what remains to be done this evening. So I hope Taylor gets home soon so we can start doing that. And then the goal for the zone chores, and this is getting back into a little bit of the FlyLady, is you should not spend, like, it's really easy to get bogged down with cleaning or like get into a project, but like set a timer for 15 minutes and do as many of these as you can. So Taylor tackled like the vast majority of these yesterday when I was like rotating laundry and like watering the garden outside. It's just like boom, boom, boom. So another example of one that we're not going to do every time, like I'm not going to clean my oven once a month. That's a little bit ridiculous, but it's also a forced opportunity to like make me look inside and be like, is this disgusting?
I feel like this is okay. So what I'm sensing from this system, because you're going into a lot of detail, which I appreciate, but just to I've said back it up several times, but just to kind of think big picture, is this system kind of forces you to check things because you've written it all down. So it might be the sense of the case where it's going to take maybe a little bit more upfront time to set it all up, but then once you set it up, you're running. So I could see people implementing this, maybe not in Google Keep, but maybe also in Google Calendar. Like you had a different calendar where you're like weekly home blessing kitchen, and then you can expand that calendar event and you see all the things you need to do. Or you could do it in a physical planner or whatever calendar app you use. I think that could be a way to do it. But the real beauty of it is that you have everything listed out so things don't become overwhelming. And for me, go on.
I was going to say the biggest thing is there is never going to be one weekend where I clean my entire house. I'm not focused on any other area, like in a deep cleaning sense, other than the kitchen this week. I'm not thinking about the office. I'm not thinking about the bathroom right now. It's like and it also gives you an opportunity, like, I don't know, another weird project I tackled, again, I'm on Clean Talk, is trying to deeply clean my washing machine. So I did that one probably like 2 months ago when I was in zone 2. And I like got out my little Rubbermaid spinny toothbrush thing and went at it. And I'm probably not going to do that again for 6 months. But
yeah, but it's like an idea. And if you had a bigger project in mind, then you can just add it to that zone's, like mine would be like to organize my family room drawer. And it would be like, okay, that would be my home blessing night thing because
yeah.
No, I think okay, so let's switch gears. I don't want to get too much in the weeds of it because we are approaching the 35-minute mark. What cleaning products do you recommend?
So if you are still using a Swiffer, I'm judging you because it's so wasteful and those pads are so expensive. Get the O Cedar mop. Just search O Cedar mop on TikTok. It's a great little mop bucket. It's got like a clean and dirty water thing, and you can wash the mop head.
Is that the spin, the one that Go Clean Co recommends?
That you step on.
I need to get one of those. I have lived in my apartment for 8 months and I've never mopped. Which is, I've swept and I've vacuumed.
It's like really telling.
What?
Yeah, but also, have you ever like spilled anything and then you go to wipe it up with a Clorox wipe and you get what you spilled, but you also get a bunch of like brown.
Yeah, what is the brown? Yeah, I don't know.
Like, who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Probably something disgusting.
Okay, so the O Cedar mop.
You definitely have a mop.
What's the price point on that one?
The O Cedar mop. I think it's like $35. I don't think it's that expensive. Let me Google this right now. A cedar mop.
I have an O-Cedar
I could be off.
broom. Oh, it's $33 at Target. Easy ring.
Yeah, easy, easy peasy. And I like only have one of these, and that's fine. I really like. I use as a multi-purpose cleaner some watered down Fabuloso. That smells so good, and you can use it on like a lot of different surfaces. Um, and I really like the Rubbermaid. What is it called? Like Reveal. Yeah, this thing. This power scrubber. It is like a toothbrush, but it spins. So like any little like crack and crevice
So
to
it's
get
like a
in,
Sonicare.
it's a Sonicare, but like see this woman so happily cleaning her shower?
Do you ever use it on Jesse's teeth?
No. So she would like eat it, like she did with her toothbrush yesterday. Um, what other? I think those are probably my
Do
like
you
top
do
two
you stand
recommended
Blue
cleaning
Land,
products.
or
Oh,
are you over it? It's too expensive.
I'm a little over it. I'm so sorry, Emily, because she got me the whole like package 2 years ago for Christmas. Um, I do continue to use Blue Land's laundry detergent because it's like more for an eco-friendly kind of purpose. But I've kind of migrated back to traditional cleaners for everything else.
Yeah, I'm like wanting to explore some different alternatives for detergent that are less wasteful, because I just feel like I'm buying water when I buy Tide.
Yes. But another thing that really frustrates me about the Blue Land things, but I do it anyway, is, and I will say part of this is probably due to my very old washing machine. Sometimes I'll find like the tail end of like the very little watered down part of
Tab.
it's not a pod. It's like a, yeah, like a
It's
tab.
like Tums.
So what I've started to do is every time I do a load of laundry, I do have a kettle sitting right on my counter, but I boil some water and then I stick that little tab in a measuring cup and I let it dissolve in boiling water first, and then I throw it into the washer. And it's like that's a price that I am willing to pay to not produce all the plastic waste of like a big Tide detergent bottle. But I totally get if you're not willing to do that.
Okay, so kind of rounding it out, other than
Can I
Omarosa,
stop sharing my screen? I'm looking. Rosa,
other than
Rosa
Omarosa,
Picoso, please.
who do you follow for YouTube or TikTok clean talk recommendations for inspo?
So this is like a little less. Some of it is it dabbles in clean talk, but I would say my guilty pleasure, and Taylor can attest to this, is those girls. They're young professionals. They might be living with their boyfriend, but probably not. They live in like the modern like stainless steel exposed concrete apartments, and they take these little perfectly edited videos of like their morning routine where they get up at 5 in the morning and they go to the gym and they're wearing like the cutest outfits, and then they clean at night and meal prep. Like I there's too many of them to name. I couldn't even tell you one of their names. Do I watch everyone that comes on my For You page religiously? Absolutely. That's totally not my vibe. You can't see my house at all. That's not the vibe of my house.
No.
But it also brings me a lot of peace and calm.
Do you have any names of
So
people?
if you just
like what tags do they use where if people wanted to find their accounts? Like the girl that you showed
like,
me.
look at Clara Pierce. I think Clara Pierce was the one who edits like, and it's like perfectly
she
timed.
drinks
But
the
then every
cocktails
Friday
with
she's like
when
she
she gets
drinks
ready.
the cocktails and then she does like her makeup and she does like each product and it like appears like boom 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 boom. And it's the editing skills are elite.
I couldn't imagine
like
being somebody who edits videos on my desktop for work. I could not imagine editing on my phone. Like my thumbs would get so arthritic.
So that little TikTok I made for all the videos of Melanie at her wedding, like 2 hours. I was sitting on my porch and it was a fun project, but like I don't know how these people do it like daily and post these videos.
There must be some
I'm
sort of like
awe.
template or like some sort of app that people have created to like it automatic, like you just select all the videos and it does it for you or something. Like I know that Instagram Reels will do that.
I bet.
But sometimes they look a little bit hokey. Okay, our last 2 questions, penultimate question. This is just making fun of you. Do you have any psycho cleaning or house management habits that you do not consider psycho? I mean, I guess this entire interview just evidenced your...
I would say, yeah, like, did you just see my Google Keep page? Because I think most would consider that in psycho territory, but
yeah.
I don't really care because it does help me. I would say most people probably don't vacuum their couch on a daily basis. And yeah, I think I've justified every weird cleaning habit because Rosa does it. My girl Rosa. Also, she has cancer.
Wait, she has cancer? That's not funny.
She has cancer. I know, it's not funny at all.
That was horribly timed because Jessie scared you
cancer.
as soon as you were talking about her cancer diagnosis, which is horrible.
I know. I think Taylor's home and she's excited. But yes. What was the question?
Oh, psycho.
I've justified every strange habit because someone else on the internet does it.
Okay, so is there any, like, rounding us out, who do you think is more clean, me or you?
Me? Are you freaking kidding?
I don't know. I'm pretty clean too.
I mean, you're pretty clean, but I don't think it's a competition here.
Okay. I guess it's not a competition. I just
I don't think you're as psycho about it as me. That's part of it.
Yeah, I am. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we say goodbye?
No, I think that's it. I would recommend giving this a try if you suffer from, on a serious note, if you suffer from the Sunday scaries or you find yourself doing it all on the weekend. It really helps me by breaking it up into doing these chores on the weeknights. Yeah.
Hi, Taylor. Every time I see Jessie trotting along like that, I just think of all of the hair that she puts into the carpet. Did you see that Instagram?
You know what? That's why I exterminated her yesterday.
Did you see that Instagram reel I sent you with like the carpet cleaner thing that like it's like a Furminator for your rug?
Yeah, but I have a big ass rug. You see it? I've got like 8 rugs in this house. I bought a $50 rug just for the guest room so Jessie could jump up on the bed without Scooby-Dooing.
That girl's Scooby.
I really divulged into my my impulse purchases on this podcast more than I thought I would.
And what would you say if any friends or coworkers are watching?
Are you that I have a whole Google Keep note to keep track of my chores? Their answer, probably not. Not surprised.
Right on. Well, thank you for educating and indulging us, and